Earth warned the galaxy we were holding back. Now it's war without mercy. The galaxy never believed the warning. For years, Earth stood as a peaceful member of the Galactic Concord. We offered resources, shared medical advancements, contributed to diplomatic councils, and kept to ourselves. But one sentence, spoken once, only once, by the human ambassador to the Galactic Senate, echoed like a ghost. "You've only seen us with our chains on. Pray you never see us when we take them off." They laughed. They always laughed at humans. The Garzal Empire was the first to strike. A brutal reptilian war hierarchy, proud of its endless conquests. They justified their invasion of Earth's outer colonies as necessary population control. A preemptive quarantine, they claimed. The Senate let it happen. No sanctions, no protests, just silence and distant, cowardly concern. The first 10 colonies fell. Families slaughtered. Civilian ships burned. Children experimented on. Earth protested. Earth begged. Earth warned. Again, we're holding back. Stop this now, or you will know why we were shackled to begin with. But power listens only to power, and the Garzal had fleets. They made the mistake of sending a live broadcast across the galaxy. Human cities razed, human survivors executed, a Garzal general laughing as he stepped on a young boy's face before the camera feed cut out. That was the last moment the galaxy lived in peace. We didn't just take off the chains. We incinerated them. Earth's real fleet launched. Not the peacekeeping vessels, not the trade ships, not the official Earth Navy the Senate had regulated for decades. We unleashed the Ghost Armada. Ships hidden, built in secret bunkers beneath moons and dead planets. Black-holed war beasts the galaxy had never seen. Ships older than the Concord itself. Descendants of Earth's third exodus when humanity had nearly torn itself apart in civil war. These were vessels designed for extinction. They bore names like Fury of Soul, Ashbringer, Oblivion's Mercy, and Nostromo's Wrath. They dropped into Garzal space like comets from grave. The first Garzal capital fell in 3 hours. Not conquered, destroyed. Their homeworld wasn't spared. The humans didn't plant flags or claim victory. They glassed it. 30 billion Garzal gone. Not with nuclear fire, but with gravitational imploders and dimension shredder torpedoes that bent reality itself until cities collapsed into dust and soundless screams. The Galactic Concord watched in horror as Earth deployed weapons it had never admitted to having. Nanite storms that consumed starbases. Bioweapons coded to Garzal DNA. AIs long banned for their genocidal efficiency, now turned loose with human oversight, just enough to steer the carnage. It wasn't just vengeance. It was demonstration. The Volari tried to step in. Gentle beings, diplomats, healers. They begged Earth to stop. "We are not your enemy," they pleaded. So Earth didn't destroy them, but they warned them. The Volari made a fatal mistake. They shared Earth's weapons data with the Senate, and the Senate leaked it. The Garzal remnants, desperate and dying, used it to recreate a crude version of the same weapons. They targeted Terra itself. The blast didn't hit Earth. It hit Europa, a research moon. 7 million human scientists. Families. Civilians. Gone. That was when Earth changed its doctrine from warfare to extermination. The Senate issued sanctions. Humanity ignored them. They sent fleets. None returned. So they tried one last move. They sent assassins. Quiet, deadly, genetically enhanced killers. 10 of them. The best in the galaxy. Only one made it back. Blind. Mute. Limbs gone. He carved 2 words into the floor of the Senate Hall before bleeding out. Let go. Earth didn't stop at the Garzal. They moved on to anyone who had supported them. Logistical allies. Trade facilitators. Those who turned a blind eye during the colony massacres. Whole sectors burned. Species tried to surrender. Earth refused to speak. We begged. You laughed. Now you'll bleed. The humans released something called the Silence, a viral code seeded into communication relays. It didn't kill. It just erased. Languages, data, memories. Whole species lost the ability to speak, to remember their own names. They screamed in silence as their ships fell. The galaxy panicked. Treaties were proposed. Reparations offered. Earth sent a message. No. And then another. We were made for peace. You forged us for war. You will now reap the weapon you created. The last stand of the Galactic Concord took place at the Trinary Gate, a massive wormhole nexus connecting half the galaxy. They gathered their remaining fleets, 60,000 ships, thousands of species, united not in purpose, but in fear. Earth sent 2 ships, just 2, the Vindicator and the Last Light. They emerged from the dark void of space in silence. No words, no demands. The Concorde opened fire immediately. It didn't matter. The 2 ships activated the red signal, a protocol only humans knew. The gate collapsed on itself, creating a black hole in real space. The Concorde's entire fleet vanished in a silent implosion of colorless light. Earth didn't even wait to watch it finish. They were already on to the next target. But here's the truth. Humanity never wanted this. We gave the galaxy so many chances. We offered peace, unity, progress. We warned them. We told them we were holding back. Not because we were weak, but because we knew what we were. We remembered our history. The wars that burned continents. The bombs that split atoms. The AIs that rebelled. The plagues that wiped out billions. The endless carnage we barely survived. We put chains on ourselves to be better. To be more than monsters. But monsters are born in fire, and when the fire returns, so do we. There are no more Senate meetings now. No more interstellar diplomacy. Just scattered refugee fleets, whispering stories to their young about Terrans, with eyes of burning suns and ships shaped like death. Earth doesn't speak anymore. Earth acts, but not all hope is lost. Among the ashes, there are survivors. Planets untouched. Species who resisted the Garzal and tried to help humanity before the war began. Earth remembers them too. When the Soul Accord was drafted, Earth's new law, written in orbit above the ruins of the old Senate, it had one clause. Mercy for those who stood with us. Death for those who stood aside. It's not justice. It's not forgiveness. But it's something. A beginning. Now, Earth watches the stars from behind iron skies and artificial suns. We are not conquerors. We do not build empires. We do not ask for tribute. We do not rule the galaxy. We simply remind it. Next time we warn you, we won't.